Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I'm going to share some questions that would be very important for your senior auditor interview, and some of the answer tips relevant to it. Hope you will enjoy and learn a lot. Uh, Today I am going to introduce the senior auditor interview, and the questions are answered according to my own experience and my own knowledge. Hope it would be helpful for you. So, going towards the first question. Are you ready? Here we go. The first question is, tell me a bit about your professional experience in 2 to 3 minutes. What does it allow you? It allows you to get initial sense of your experience to the interviewer. So you have to tell them about your experience. If you use some technology, if you what were your responsibilities, and how much time period, and what were the tasks that has a greater impact on the organizational development. So um, when someone asks me about this question, I would say that I had been working with different companies, initially from the educational sector in schools to schools, and then in a freelancing company, as well as I have some banking experience in the bank as well as in a small society. My responsibilities at the initial stage when I was working in the school was to handle the administrative as well as financial status of financial recording of each transaction and each event that occurred, financial event that occurred during the time period. And during the time I used Manager software, I was responsible for recording of attendance, so I used HRIS software as well. I was responsible to take to share the data, biometric data, with the senior staff at AKESP. And in Elysian School, I was responsible to marketing the admissions of newly sections that used to be started. I was responsible to collect the CVs for the vacant position of the organization and sending them to the respective HR manager. And I was responsible to manage the administrative part of the school. If anything that needs to be mandated or that needs to be changed, I was responsible for that too. So overall, the key management was in my hand, and I was given the responsibility to look over the security guards work as well as the cleanliness of the school as well. And the next part, with the Calibron International, I was responsible to update the um, accounting financial statement in the PayPal, and extracting the business transaction and recording it in the Billy app. It was my main responsibility to extract what are the personal expenses, what are the business expenses of the client, and I have to check that in the on the internet, that whether it's a business or a personal transaction. And when I would talk about the banking side experience, I would say that I had to work with FlexCube, Oracle, Oracle reporting, and I was responsible for lending of money, and I have to check over. I have to make a quick decision whether the loan needs to be sanctioned for the specified person or not in given specified time, and I have to check what are the best financial product of the targeted client, and I have to check their needs, and I have to match that need with the financial product that the bank is providing them. And on the other side, in the society, I was responsible for recording of daily transaction and reconciling it on daily basis. And in the in the financial years, when the financial years end, I was responsible to make the balance sheet, income statement, and reconciling all the data of the year, uh, and making this financial statement of the company to share with the owners, shareholders of the society. That is all about the experience I had. So the next question, that is, what are you looking for in your next role? I'm looking towards my next role is a senior auditor, because I love working with Excel and accounting softwares, and it is very interesting for me to check what's wrong with the numbers and how to reconcile that numbering thing. And it is very interesting and very exciting job for me, because we have to use our mind that what's uh, what's the thing we have done wrong, and how to handle that in quickly, because that one number is responsible to make the changes of the company to the profit and to the loss. So it's very exciting and trustworthy role overall in the bank, as well as in the companies. So the next question is, what's an example of a difficult problem you solved? Be specific about how the problem was diagnosed and your process for approaching it. It is very interesting story so far in my view. Um, once I was told that you have to give loan to the person over here. I said, "Who is that?" And I saw it where is it, and I checked the CNIC, and unfortunately I didn't check the policy, and because he said he need the loan for educational purpose. That's why I was quick, and I was trying my best to give him the loan within 2 days. So in a single day I cleared all his data and activated his account, and on the other day I was just about to disperse the amount into his account. Then suddenly I saw that his age is somewhat over, not that which our policy is allowing. It struck in my mind that um, usually we check such data in the policy, and I said, oh, wait, may I check this data? So then our colleague said, yes, why don't you check it in the Excel? And I put his age in the Excel, and I was, oh my gosh, what I have done. It's very, tricking problem for me, and I had to persuade the other person too, because he was thinking that he is receiving the money, and I was thinking that how could I handle such situation, because he is not because policy is not allowing me to give him the loan. So I think a lot, and I talked to his son, and I told him to come with me, and I told him that the policy is not allowing your father to have the loan. If you have your mother's NIC, I would love to make the loan for that. And he said, yes, sure, it is here. And I said, okay. When I checked the NIC, it was expired. And I said, I'm really sorry that I cannot give you the loan, but if your mother would bring her NIFC and I would love to help you out. He said, it's okay. We were thinking that we will have have the money, and my problem was solved, but okay, it's okay, because you have to follow your policy, and I love it that you offered me to another you offered me a solution, but it's my bad luck that it is not fulfilled. So he is satisfied with my words, and he got back to home and took his father with himself. So it was very tricking decision I have taken in the last 2 seconds, I would say. So the next question is, tell me about a success you are particularly proud of in your career and why it was a success for you. Okay. When initially I was hired with KSP as a fee manager, sorry, admin and fee assistant, one of my male colleagues said, "Oh, you are here to handle the administrative part of the school. You are not a male." And I was like, "What?" And I said, "Oh," I said in my mind, Salha, you have to show them that you can handle the administrative part, because it is not about the male or female taking responsibilities. It is about the inner strength of a person who is taking the responsibility. So when I was leaving the school, the principal said, "Oh, Saleh, I have one option for you. Why don't you come in the morning and uh, take your responsibility as admin and fee assistant, and later on do your work. I believe you are asset for AKSP, and we are losing this asset." And it was like very beautiful words, and uh, now very exciting words for me so far in my career, and I love that I was the part of that great team so far in my past. So it was a great success for me because their words has been changed, and the person who said that the male person can handle the administrative part said, you had done a great job during your career, and it the changing the mind of that person was my success actually. So the next question, tell me about a setback you have faced. How did you handle it? This question is about your self-awareness and how you criticize yourself, self-critical. Okay, and what were the approaches when you have to make trade-offs? So I would say that once I was working on some projects and as a digital finance officer, and I was responsible to to help the clients to work online, to work on USSDs and all that. And I was like, what should I do and how can I communicate with the many clients? There were 400 clients, and I had told to them that this type of approach is here and they can easily send them money. So I was thinking about that, and an idea appeared in my mind. Said, okay, why don't you use Excel? So I used the Excel and I put all the clients' numbers and their data and written the remarks. If someone said no, I cannot use my cell phone, someone said okay, we will meet there, and I show them with the presentation and I love it, and they use. And once during that time a loan was disbursed to the person and he doesn't have his checkbook, and either he do not have ATM at the time, but he did need the money because he was leaving the home after one day. And I said, why don't you use first touch banking? He said, oh, what's that? I told all about the touch thing and all that, and I said that you can use that in your Android. He said, well, you have given me a great option, thank you so much. And he sent his money online and used and another's bank check, and he was very happy with the bank quick response, and it was very helpful for me too. Okay, the next question is, tell me something you had to learn quickly but knew nothing about. uh, a few days before I was thinking that how can I extract the client's name and their loan number along with the account number, safe, and their date of the recovery date. And whenever I was extracting the report, they were not in a date-wise sequence, and uh, I was trying to work on the Flex Cube as well as on the Oracle reports, and I just found the answer to it. And it was like there was an option of reporting. There was an option of reporting. There was an there was an option of extracting reports in the form of pure table within the Oracle business intelligence reports. And in our up till now, none of our colleague has used that site, and it was very exciting for me, and it has solved my problem. And I can I can check on the clients quickly using that report, and it was very exciting for me. So thank you so much. And our logo is practice makes perfect. Hope you will practice soon. Thank you so much. Have a good day.